Hi everybody. I just wanted to do a update to Halloween, and I got a lot of people asking me, why are you celebrating Halloween and stuff. Well, I don't celebrate Halloween. What I was doing was I was checking my equipment. I'm trying to do a live show. And so I was checking out on a different device, just kind of how it worked. And yes, I was out with Sophie, but the main reason why I was out there was because I wanted to look at my neighborhood, to investigate it. And that was like the best time to do it because I have a very distinguishing mark right there. And so I painted my face up like Coco, and I mean, it covered my whole face and everything. And I was trying to do the live stream, and there was just a whole bunch of glitches, and I was trying to do it off my phone, and I don't know, it just didn't do very well. That's why there were so many of them. Anyway, I'm going to try and have a live show by the 9th. And so I'm really working hard trying to figure out how I can do it and which way I want to do it. And I got to get my friend April to help me out because she's like super tech. Anyway, what I found out and what I discovered during Halloween, we went, I know this sounds weird, but we went to some of the stalkers' homes. And I just wanted them to see this little girl is affected completely by what you're doing. You know, are you sure you want to continue stalking us? And I know it probably won't work or anything like that. But, if they do have a heart. Anyway, towards the later end of the evening, we were out there for a couple hours, but walking around, I was really doing investigative work, and I had asked God, hey, open up my eyes, show me. Well, we came across this house. There is a man and wife, or lady, or whatever. I think they're married. Anyway, I've never met them before. And they were sitting out on their front porch, and we walked by. Sophie got some candy and stuff, and as we're walking away, the man says, there's going to be a live show in 5 minutes, meaning that they had like these decorations up, and it did look like they, were automated or whatever, and I'm thinking, okay, well, Sophie's deathly afraid of that stuff, so she loves it and hates it. So I said, okay, well, we might come back. So it was like about 5, we went around, came back, and we didn't see it moving or anything. And then at the end, I mean, it was kind of getting dead, and it was a weird evening because there really wasn't very much activity. There were very few people out there. Anyway, Sophie said she wanted to go see if that show was on. And I said, okay. I really wanted her to kind of run off that candy anyway, so we went back and kind of stood there across the street because she's afraid of him, and nothing. And then those people noticed, and they said, oh. So we walked up, they said, hey. And I said, well, you said that they were gonna start a show or whatever. So I hope we're not late, but we really wanted to see what they did. And he said, no, I just told her that. I'm like, what? So we got into a really interesting conversation, which had some weird parallels to it. First of all, I had like worn, like, it was an Air Force jacket, and then I had like the Army pants. And I wore that because usually if somebody sees that and they've been in the military before, they're going to say, oh, yeah, you know, I was in Air Force or whatever. Well, it kind of triggers people. So, I wanted them to talk. I didn't want to talk about myself. But they really opened up. They started like saying, he said that he was like in the Air Force, and I'm like, okay. And that they had moved there 3 years ago, living in that house, and they were looking to find a new place to live. And I'm like, okay. Well, and you'll see these parallels because it's kind of weird. And then they were like kept asking what Sophie's name was, and Sophie spilled the complete name out, and they're like, what? And they're trying to listen and trying to get her to say it again. I'm like, oh my God, these people are so weird. Then, so I was like, just kind of looking at him like, what? Show me, whatever it is, Father, just show me. Well, all of a sudden the lady started really talking, and she's like, yeah, I'm a twin. Okay. And she said she was like the glamour twin, and the other one was like a tomboy and growing up. And I'm like, well, that's weird because I was like the tomboy and my sister was like the glamour one. Then she says how old she is, and I'm like, it's the same age as I am. Then there was something else. It was just she said, she goes, can you tell I'm wearing a wig? And I'm like, no. And she goes, oh, because it's like, she said her hair was falling out. It just started falling out. And she had to start wearing wigs. And I'm like, oh, because that's so weird because my hair has been falling out. And I've been doing everything possible to try to get it grow back. And it's getting there, but taking a while. And then she said that she used to sing, but she has damaged vocal cords. And I used to sing, and I have damaged vocal cords. So I'm like going, this is the strangest thing. So I wanted to see their reaction. I asked, how safe do you feel about this neighborhood? I mean, do you like get like people following you? Said, no, not at all, you know. But they said that they were night owls. And I said, well, and they wanted like an example. So I told them about when we went to the park and that weird old guy. And the man that was there said, oh, I think I saw him, and started describing. And the lady started arguing with him, saying, oh, you didn't see him, blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, well, if he saw it, he saw it. And he described the man to me. And I'm like, that's the guy. And he had walked back into the housing area back there. So I'm like, this is kind of weird. And then, you know, I told them about the other neighbor that had like going, hi. I had never seen this man before, nothing. And right when we're like walking by on the sidewalk, Sophie's trying to ride her bike. He's like, hi. steps out of his house and then starts following us, videoing us. And when I turned around, I saw him, I caught him. He's like, and I just said, this neighborhood has changed so much. I don't feel like it's a safe neighborhood anymore. And they said, well, maybe, it's like the building and everything coming up, and maybe it's the park. And I said, no, I've been here for a really long time. It has really just started up about a year ago. And you've been here 3 years, and I said, it is stalking, and I just kind of mentioned real quick, maybe it's like the neighborhood watch or something, because the neighborhood is involved. It looks like it's like a vigilante type thing. She's going, no, no. I'm like, I just wanted to see what they would say, their reaction. Well, I don't know. They kept us there for a long time. It was like an hour. They kept talking. And finally I just said, look, I gotta go. And they're like trying to find out where we live. And I'm like, I did not want to say. So, I don't know. She goes, well, maybe we'll see you sometime. And I go, yeah, maybe. Probably not. But, yeah. Don't get your hopes up too high. Anyway, it was a very weird, I don't think it was a coincidence. And I don't know if it was made up. If you know what I mean? It's a very strange thing to encounter, to have all those things. And she was like probing me, asking me like, where's a good place to move? And I hadn't really said that I was moving anywhere or anything like that. And she's like, where would you move to if you were moving? And I'm like, oh, well, I said probably, like out, further out. I don't know. It was just weird. The whole parallel thing. Oh, and then, I had said something like, she said, wow, Sophie's really smart. And I said, yeah, I was taking her to a preschool last year, but things had just gotten so bad that, and she said, what, they were doing it at the church? And I'm like, I didn't say anything about a church. So anyway, let me know your thoughts. I want to do the live show on the 9th. So, and I'm going to be practicing and setting it up. So, if you see like me, doing a live thing, and I won't be doing it until the 9th, but I will be doing practice runs. So, I hope you guys have a really nice weekend, and I'll talk to you later, okay?